And of course, what we're going to be doing tonight is we're going to be doing a recap of our last two shows where we had talked about dating deficiencies. Okay, and as we stated that it was based on some information and conversation that my wife had with other young women who had basically just looking for long-term relationships, but yet they acknowledged a lot of the issues and things that they have been having when it comes to dating and finding good men to date. But before we get into that, though, we do want to just thank all of you who are watching, whether you're watching on Facebook, watching us Facebook Live, or you're watching us on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, A Father's Note with Lionel Nelson. We're going to ask you, even if you're on watching on YouTube or wherever your place of how you enjoy us, listen, just how about help us out on our page and by subscribing, about like, comment, and share. Even do here. Tag someone tonight that maybe need to hear some of the things that we're going to be discussing tonight. The other point too, that what we had decided to do is that we had noticed that a lot of you all had left some good comments in the comment section, in the comment feed, and we wanted to highlight those comments because we thought there was a lot of good points. What'd you say to that, sweetie? What'd you think?
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I mean, it was some powerful comments there, and some of them we skipped because everything was just going so quickly.
Yeah.
And the conversation was great.
Right.
So we weren't able to cover those comments. So we're gonna go back and do that now.
Right. So again, subscribe on our channel, okay? And also I'm just gonna give a little plug. But I'm going to come back next week. We're going to remind you, listen, this voting time is voting season. Prepare yourselves to vote on November 8th. But I'm not getting into politics, but we're going to talk a little politics on our next show. We're going to talk about principle versus voting principle versus politics, okay? Voting principle versus politics. That's going to be our next topic. I'm just going to give y'all
It's going to be good.
Yeah, I'm going to share my insight on how, especially we being Christians, that we should be voting.
Yes.
Because sometimes we connect ourselves with things that really does not really benefit us, especially as proclaiming to be Christians. All right, we're going to talk about that, but I don't want to get too much into that right now. But let's get into talking about dating deficiencies. You want to start off? You want me to start it off?
You start it off.
Okay, well, one comment that I really liked I thought it was really good. This was by Mr. Gary Lewis. He said that my all-time saying is communication is expensive if you can't afford to have one. Wow.
That was great.
I
we
like
must
that.
learn to communicate effectively.
No, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. And I think it's going back to what we were saying, that, when you're going to date, be transparent, be honest up front. Okay. Be upfront about it. Don't paint us a false self-portrait of who you are when you really know, like you got it all together. You probably went way back in the back of your closet. Here it is, you preparing yourself for a date. Went way back in the back of your closet and pull out your Sunday best, and finally polish up your shoes for the first time, got your nice little haircut, borrowed your brother smell good because you normally don't wear any, and then now you want to go and woos this young lady when you fake, bro. Don't be fake. I think ladies are looking for real men. Just be authentic, right?
Yes.
Just be real.
Well, be your original self.
Have to be, right?
And listen, I want to go back. You said put on your Sunday's best. I don't think they wearing that on a date. They don't want to look churchy.
Well, I'm not saying it got to look churchy, but let's say they might have a particular shirt and pair of pants that they wear to church. So now they want to wear. I don't know.
They want to wear it on the date.
They want to wear it on the date. Hopefully, there's some Holy Ghost anointing on it that get them
That
a
might
good.
draw.
Yeah, that might draw. I don't know, man. I don't know, but
Come on.
but at the end of the day, I think we just need to be authentic, huh? Hey, share with us in the comments what you think about that. I see we got one comment here says that they dress to impress. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, but how often is that part of your mantra that you normally do dress like that? Me, I like to look good everywhere I go. Even when I'm going to work, shoes got to be polished up.
Yes.
Clothes, the uniform.
Listen, he work in construction. This gentleman right here, he irons his what you call them, Dockers or Dickies or whatever.
Dickies, Dockers,
Yeah,
Dickies.
he irons those.
Yeah, my shirt, everything. I have to be fresh.
Pristine.
Yeah. Hey, listen, this is how I look at it. I'm representing her. So when I step out of the house, I got to represent her,
Well,
Hey,
he's right on that one now, because let me tell you, one day I went to pick up some food for our daughter to drop it off to them. That's when she had the twins. And I was just sitting in the parking lot because they wanted what's the place called right there?
Which one?
The restaurant right there. Waffle House.
Waffle House.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what she had a taste for. So they wanted the Waffle House, right? So I'm sitting there waiting for the order to be ready. And I saw a bunch of gentlemen coming in, and man, they look like they literally rolled out the bed to go pick that order up. They walking out with slides and socks.
Nah, I can't do that. I can't do that.
T-shirts, all no.
Nah. You got to be groomed. You got to keep yourself groomed. Got to look fresh all the time. Hey, listen, it just it's just a must. You got to. But listen, if that's not your nature, man, just be. Of course, don't go looking busted now.
Don't go on a date like that.
Don't go looking busted. Mr. Kid say younger generation don't even know what a crease is.
Exactly.
Oh,
He's
nah.
telling the truth. It's like, why you have that line in your pants? Did they go like that? He's telling the truth.
They probably know how to operate an iron. Don't know that. All you got to do is just plug it up and set the temperature on it, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, but listen, what you got? What comment caught your attention?
I like it since Mr. Fillmore responded. I like the comment he made. He says a man cheats because he has internal issues with himself.
Let's
I can agree with that.
But let's see if we can open that up a little bit. What do you mean by? I'm just curious as to what, if you can, Mr. Ken, expound on that a little bit more. When you talk about
phone number up, someone to call in.
Yeah, okay, yeah, let's do that. Let me put up the phone number. If you want to call in, you can. This is the number to call into the show. All right, 954-559-9300. 954-559-9300. Okay, yeah, put that. I'm gonna let that sit there a little bit. If you want to call in and just share your thoughts on it. But yeah, let's see if we can open that up. Why he's saying that he has eternal issues. I'm curious as to how you explain that, though. How do you yeah, how do you really open that up when you talk about eternal issues? What eternal issues that will cause them?
I said there was some sort of deficiency. Oh, someone is calling.
Okay, all right, okay, hold on. All right. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, it's Ken Fillmore. I have to respond to Miss Aurelia and what the question that I posed the other week.
Mm-hmm.
And it says men cheat because they're lacking something internally.
Okay.
And the reason I said that is because it may not be the woman. I know, and I'm just speaking for myself.
Okay.
When I was raised, I was raised by a lot of people in the street. They basically said there's nothing better than a woman but another woman. And also looking for something that's greener on the other side.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And usually when you get on the other side, Their grass just as brown as you want to be.
Come on.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's something. There's a void inside that person that needs to be filled. Not knowing, that we get our identity from the Father. I'm not talking about my biological father. I'm talking about my spiritual father. And if we don't know him, then that void is not going to be filled. If my biological father didn't know my spiritual father, then the void in him is not going to be filled. So it's just a cycle. So it's going to take a man that was created by the man in order to fill that void.
Mhm.
And now that I know God, my void is filled. It didn't take my wife to fill that void. It took the Creator to fill that void. So now I know who I am. I know what my purpose is. So I'm not looking for anything greater because I have everything that I need. So now me and my wife, we walk side by side.
Wow.
That's what I meant when I said, there's something, there's an emptiness inside of the man, when he's cheating, when he's looking for something better.
Now, if I understand you correctly, because it seems like you're going somewhere where that something I've been said that, and I don't know if it applied, but I'm going to say this. I don't know if it applies to all men, but what it sounds like you're saying that if he's not really in touch with God for one, or with another man to really instill in him the principles of being faithful, being honest, being true to himself, he would cheat because he's
Mhm.
looking for a void that needs to be filled. But it's coming down to the fact, what type of relationship does he have with another man? Is that pretty much what you're saying?
100%.
Wow. That's powerful. I never thought about that as far as
Mhm.
when it comes down to a man cheating. Okay. Hey, appreciate the call, Mr. Ken. Appreciate
No
it, man.
problem.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a great point. That was a good point. So in
Mhm.
essence, okay, so then it's going back again. Okay, so it's coming back to this. So the man that you are dating, is it possible that one of the questions that you should ask this man is what is his relationship like with his mother? Right?
Mhm.
So
And I believe we said last time that's a great conversational piece.
right. So now though, based on the caller, we also need to ask the question, okay, well, what is your relationship like with your father?
Yep, that's good too.
What do y'all have to say to that, viewers? Let us know. Let us put your thoughts in the comment. Fragile men must be on top, and strong men shake,
Strong women.
and strong women shake go past the BS. I need some explanation. I'm not. You
Fragile
understand what
men
she's saying
must
there?
be on top, and strong women shape. I don't understand that one.
Yeah, we're not sure exactly what that is. You may have to define that a little bit more for us, Miss Dominique. See, she got another comment here. It says that lots of men see the model and think that defines the man. Ooh,
Mm.
wow, wow. Okay, but it all depends on what they're modeling after, though. I think that's where that comes in. That okay. All right. So I got a comment here by Miss Takia Cuff. She says that men have a choice whether they want to be faithful or whether they want to cheat or be a cheater. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going back again though. Why would you do to someone else what you wouldn't want to be done to you?
Correct.
So then where is your character? Where's your principle? Where is even your respect for yourself? Hey, I got something better. What if let me get my thoughts now. What if, yeah, I'm gonna ask the question. What if a man, or what if your mother was cheating with another man and and her and your father is still together?
They will be hurt. because they don't want their family to be broken.
But it's okay for them to break up another family.
Mm.
All right. So now,
But I like what she said. That same Takia.
Uh-huh.
She said it's a heart thing. And I agree. It's definitely a heart issue because I mean something's got to be wrong with you. And it goes back to I guess to what Ken said when he said about something is empty inside. And
Mhm.
that's true.
Okay. All right. All right. Now, I got to get this one here because when I heard this one here, it says that boyfriends don't get husband privileges. That was by Miss Dumerville.
Uh-huh.
So then why you have sex with him? Why do you have sex? And you know you're not married. So he getting
caught up in the feeling.
So he getting the cow he getting the milk for free without buying the cow.
Yeah.
Huh? Ms. Acton says that I think both men and women like fundamentally loyalty and selflessness in relationships. Cheating is all about fulfilling self-desires. Let me give I gotta put a applause on that.
Go ahead, Rhea.
That was good. That was good, Ms. Acton. Thank you. Mr. Gibbons says here, I'm just saying women cheat just as much as men. Hide it, what will do let me see. Hide it, will do, we talk about it less.
Hide it, well, do we talk about it
hide
less?
it, well, do we talk about it less? Do men talk about cheating less than women? Or is it the women that
I guess what he's trying to say is we always talking about the men cheating.
Okay.
And we don't talk about the women.
The women, because the women,
It's a lot of women that cheat. It's true.
You had said this though, that how we ended up about this cheating thing though. But anyway, well,
because it's going on.
Yeah, because you said also you made a comment in the last segment that the conversation of sex always comes up in a date.
It does.
You know what? Let me do something here. Yeah, because I think that I want to have someone to chime in, and I want to hear their thoughts on it. Yeah, because this is interesting because it seems, but I know sex is not the only issue now when it comes down to issues.
No.
Okay.
Because I like this other one says, do men have trust issues and do women have trust issues? And women do have, I'm gonna speak for the women. We do have trust issues. Why? Because we've dealt with those cheating guys.
But are all men cheaters though?
I didn't say that. But a lot of the ones I dealt with, they were cheaters. They were cheaters. That's why I had to walk.
If you're talking about cheating, then the word is selfishness. Oh, y'all come here now. Let me see. Cheating is about control and selfishness. Yep.
That's a good word.
Okay, so you're going on a date. Is that? Let me ask this question then. Okay. Is that what's in the back of women minds when they go on date? Do you think that's something that's in the back of their mind?
I wouldn't say when they go on date, but like once they get into a relationship, this is like, okay, so this is what I experienced in a relationship, right? And when I can't reach you, I can't put my hand on you. Where you at? Come on, where are you?
So you think he's up to something?
Why aren't you picking up the phone?
Like I guess last week was saying.
Yes.
Huh?
But what's going on? So that's gonna put my antennas up. My radar is going off.
But I'm curious though.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm curious though whether or not you have. I wish some brothers was on here with sharing with will share whether or not they themselves have had gone through that with cheating women as well. Because as one viewer said, it's not only the men that cheat. You have women that cheats on their partner as well, or their husband as well.
You do.
Okay, so I mean, I wonder if
that happens from what I know, when the women are cheating, that's because they built that relationship. We're going back to this workplace thing about the their work husband. They created that. They built that up, and then they end up tipping out on their real husband. See, the real husband, he might not be giving them the attention that they are seeking.
Oh, now we're going somewhere.
So
now
work husband
now we going
begins to give them all of this attention, because she starts communicating with him, telling him, oh, well, my husband, he's not doing this. I wanted to go out and he didn't take me out. I have to go hang out with my girlfriends and this and that. So what is he gonna do? He's gonna start doing what she's telling him that her husband is not doing.
So babe, are you saying that a man can create a relationship, a work environment relationship?
He can, but there must be boundaries. There must be boundaries. There's certain things you share and other things you do not share. There's something, pillow talk is not supposed to be shared with your work husband. Come on now. Don't get me riled up around here. Don't. Because we can, listen, we can go.
If a woman cheats, she's just not into you. Woo!
Wow. I'm telling you, because something is missing.
Hey, if you want to call in, there's a number, 954-559-9300. That's the number to call in.
Apostle said it great. He said, the reason a lot of you men aren't married is because you're boring. And a woman does not want a boring mate, a boring husband, a boring boyfriend. Period.
Hey,
I want to go out. And I don't want to go with my girlfriend.
Let me ask this question right now. Let me ask this question right now.
Get to asking.
I hope I'm not boring, am I? Oh, it got to take like that. Oh my God. Oh, hey, I need to go.
Now you need a backup.
I don't need no backup, man. But don't be putting me out there like that now.
I'm not gonna say you boring.
But
I would say sometimes you're a couch potato.
Hold on a minute. I'm gonna come back to. Let me take this call here. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, how y'all doing, Miss Rella and Mr. Lionel? How y'all doing?
Hey, I don't know how I'm doing right now.
I'm trying to save you, bro. I know. Listen, that's when you press the Life Jennings. Go ahead and play Life Jennings right now. Don't wait till later. Play Life Jennings right now, bro. Get back in your bag. And she thinks that look was everything, bro. When y'all get off the app, wait a minute. Let us pray right now. Let us pray. Let us pray. But no, seriously, what I called for, bro, was I think it's because of what social media creates. Social media creates for relationships, and the world teaches us that we have more options, that we don't have to fight through or work through our differences and our hard, the hard moments. And so we can just cut somebody off and pick somebody else new. So now, because we can do that, nobody is really worth fighting for. If I don't like you, if you don't like me, you're going to tolerate me till you get the next person set up and dealt with so you can move on, you can move out. You know what I'm saying? Like these living situations, the situationships that people are in, man, all of that stuff creates so much unnecessary for our lives. And that's where I think the cheating comes in. I don't know if loyalty even means the same thing anymore.
I think that last thing you said there was
loyalty. If it means the same thing, you know what I'm saying? Because because I'm just saying, I have some old school in me. If you in a relationship, I should be able to tell you the things that I'm picking up as a man that I think you should not be advertising who you are and what you are. Because if you're my lady, then that means other men are going to look at you the same way if
Come
you're rocking
on.
a different way.
Come on.
If you're rocking as if you're still single, this goes for men and women. If you
Yes.
still rocking as if you're single, people are going to be attracted to that behavior. So if you marry and you still act single, if you still talking single, you're not talking like, hey, I got a husband now. You know what I'm saying? I got a wife now. Let me control my attitude. Let me control my mouth. Listen, a man can't bring you coffee if your husband is paying the bills at the house.
Listen.
That man bringing you coffee, he ain't bringing you coffee because he just want to know your name. He bringing you coffee because he want to see if you loyal to your husband.
Mm.
You got the ring on your finger, but that's all it is. It's on your finger. It's not in your heart. It's not in your mind. And too many times we got a lot of that going on. And the truth of it is, man, and I'm gonna drop my phone because I'm gonna get out of here. The truth of it is, bro, we gotta deal with that from the church house. And I love what y'all talking about tonight. Let's deal with the real issues. The real issues is we not teaching the husbands and the wives. Husbands, it's more to loving them than paying bills. You got to become your wife's best friend.
Man, you unpacked a lot.
The dude at the job, bro, he only her work husband because he listened to her.
Yes.
Ooh, woo!
Come on.
And ladies, the woman that keep commenting on his posts and you saying, oh, that's your friend, you like her. Because she's inspired by him, you should be inspired by him.
Let's get it,
Let me see. I'm going to give you a mic drop. I'm going to give you a
clap.
rim shot. I'm going to give you an applause. Let me see. Bro. Yeah.
Sizzling hot.
Hey, thanks for the call, caller. Appreciate it, man.
You got it.
Yeah.
He's telling the truth. He is telling the truth.
Yeah.
And then and it goes back to your very first comment that you open up with about communication. If you are not happy in your relationship, in your marriage,
say so.
You need to talk about it.
You need to say so.
You need to say something. Let's talk about it. Let's sit down and have a conversation. What happened to those days?
Now,
but before, wait. I want to plug this because this particular comment is relevant to what we're talking about. It says we live in a hypersexual society. Sex is glamorized and morals are not. Men feel they don't have to come up. If a woman requires too much, it scares them. And that's by Mrs. Menard. And she's telling the truth.
So then I guess basically what you and the caller are saying and what we're pointing out here is that social media is doing a lot of the teaching now as far as relationships are concerned. And when it should be coming more from the house. I mean from the house, from the church. Now I remember that, back in those days that, let's take my mother for an example. And I think you had shared this one time before that the impact that she had on your life as far as even when it was coming time to you and I were talking marriage. You want to share a little bit on that?
She kept it real. She kept it 100. Okay. And let's go back to the dating part. When we were dating, there were certain things that mother told me. She talked about you have to be careful, even with holding hands. Okay. Why? Because that leads to something. Be careful with the kissing. It leads to other things.
This is what she was telling you.
This is what she was telling me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So don't allow yourself to get hot and bothered. We know we're human. We know we each have a drive. I mean, we know what's there. Okay. But don't allow yourself to be put in a position to where you're, end up getting hot and bothered, because then what are you going to do?
But She taught that to you.
She taught me
Uh-huh.
this.
Okay, so now the question I want to ask though, and you don't have to raise your hand, but I'm just curious. I'm putting the question out. How many of you are getting this type of teaching? Because it used to happen back in when I was coming up.
Mhm.
But how many are getting this type of teaching today in the church, where the churches are afraid to talk about relationships, where churches are afraid to talk about, even with their young men and women that are coming up, they're afraid to engage in the conversation because they feel that it is too personal.
I mean, mom even said, when you go on a date, when the date is over, it's over. Let him take you home. And he got to go home. No, don't come in. What you coming in for?
No walking you to the door?
He could walk to the door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he could walk you to the door.
Uh-huh.
What you coming in for? Why are you?
But no last minute
why
kiss?
Is he at your house late at night? That shouldn't be. Because she said, what you end up doing is you bring a reproach against the church, against yourself, relationship, the whole thing.
Your family.
You don't want to taint what God has ordained.
So then what we're saying then that women need to go back to the old way of doing things.
Old school, listen.
Old school.
Yes. Because this new stuff we got going on right now ain't working.
And then you're giving up the milk.
Mm-hmm.
You're giving up the cherry.
Come on.
And then next thing you know, you got a baby cherry.
Come on.
And
you single. Baby daddy.
Well, how Mr. Dumerville said, boyfriends don't get husband privileges.
They don't. And listen, I wish I had all of this when I was dating, first got started. I wish I did what my daughters did. Kept themselves until they got married. Come on, ladies. You are worth it. Make them jokers wait. Make them wait.
You'll be more appreciated. Mr. Gibbons said here, longer skirts.
That don't mean nothing because they could just hike that up. So what the skirts got to do with it?
This actor said men can't handle old school because they want the cookie up front. This sex thing must be
She telling the truth.
This
The only cookie you gonna get is a chocolate chip that I bake in the oven. And it might be the break and bake that I get out the store.
This must be a big issue when dating.
It's huge.
So then I guess then it may be safe to say that we got women that are compromising.
Yes, because why? They want a mate. Okay. They think nobody else is gonna, because of what they're getting out there.
Let me go back up a little. Mr. Fillmore said this: in the beginning of the relationship, the man gives a woman all the attention she can stand, but during the course of the relationship, he doesn't remain consistent. Now, you know what you said? I asked you, was I boring? You said I was a couch potato.
Sometimes.
No,
now,
I think you're misunderstanding that. You're misunderstanding.
No, not
About me being a couch potato. About me being a couch potato. Okay, because I'm not. I just love being home, y'all. I love being home,
and that's okay.
Okay, I don't run the streets.
Time to go out, and that's
I don't
great.
Run the streets.
That's great.
Okay,
I don't want you to run the streets.
It's okay. Well, listen, we had this conversation yesterday, though, right?
We
okay,
did.
And again, hey, but you know what? And
but
like I told you,
gotta want to do stuff, babe.
And like I don't want to do stuff
all the time.
Now, why are you not telling the truth
babe,
here? You know what? I'm gonna put us on candid camera so you all can see that what she's saying right here is not true, because that's not so.
Not all the time.
You're not listening, but okay,
Okay.
you good. You good. All right. Ms. Acton says here that it's a big problem with Christian women. Why?
Yes.
Okay, so then, if it's a big issue with Christian women, I'm gonna ask this what came to my mind. The question is this: is it with the issue lies between Christian women and Christian men? Or is it what I'm just asking the question.
When I was in the dating game,
Mm-hmm.
I dated a couple of Christian men,
Mm-hmm.
prophet this, and training to be bishop that. And they had more hands than an octopus.
Wow, look at this. Look at this. I got a yes. Wow. No, it's bigger than that.
Okay. What Miss Jones saying?
Flesh is flesh.
That's right.
Woo! If he's been inconsistent, showing less attention, you better say something in love and at the right time. Wow. Okay.
That's
You
good.
heard what your daughter say?
I heard her. I didn't say you were boring. I said
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now.
Potato. That's what I said.
Hey, what else am I gonna do? Then you know what? This is my response to that. Then if I'm in a couch potato, then give me a reason to get up. That's all I gotta say.
Oh,
just give me a reason to get up. And I'll be up. I'll be. Listen,
y'all. Okay, so his birthday coming up, and I asked him. I said, "What would you like to do for your birthday? Where would you like to go?" You know what he said? Well, you know where I want to go, but you always have an issue with that.
And you do.
I've been to Key West about 3 times. Ain't nothing else down there.
No, but hold on. See, okay,
now,
so
he like to go and relax.
Okay, so then who am I relaxing with? Who am I relaxing? Because I can go by myself now.
Well, I want to go and see other.
Yeah, but hold on.
Places.
Nah, see, but it doesn't matter where we go. My whole thing is that
favorite.
It's not so much my favorite, but I love the atmosphere and I love spending that time with you there. So what's wrong with that? So why chop off my arm if that's what you, hey, listen, as long as I'm with you, there's plenty to do now.
Well, I'm not a water sports girl.
It ain't about that. No,
you're missing.
You gotta listen.
Or stay in
you gotta listen. Okay, we got phone lines up. Yeah, the phone lines are up. Let me put the number back up. Let me put the number. Y'all, hey, y'all listen. Okay, I'm gonna say this here. All right, I'm gonna go back to the first thing about communication. So let's talk about this communication thing. I'm communicating to you what I love to do. And yeah, I could go by myself. And I'm going to go and say this here. If I was a man who did not have any character or lack moral, I could just go, hey, babe, I'm going down to Key West. And then I got a babe hanging down there with me, waiting on me. Okay. But that's not what I'm saying to you. Hey, listen, it's a quick getaway. Doesn't take a lot of money. Don't take a whole lot of time. I love the place. But what I want to do that's where I love going. Where's my Life Jennings? I need Life Jennings right now. If you want to call in, because we got to wrap this up. 954-559-9300. Then we're going to close the phone line. We're going to get out of here. Let me see here.
What was that one?
Okay, let me put this one up. Let me come back. We got a lot of yes, but if he wants to go to Key West, 1,000, then go with the smile. After all, you ask him what he wants. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. So then who's going to keep? It's my birthday.
I'm tired of going there.
But no, it's my birthday though.
I'm tired of going
there. And every time we went there together. But it's my birthday. You asked me, where do I want to go on my birthday? Oh, now see y'all, ladies, you see what y'all go through now? No, wait a minute now. Because no matter where if you something you wanted to do, guess what? I'm right there. I'm not questioning it. I'm not commenting on it or anything. I'm there because that's your time. That's your moment.
And I do go with a smile, Miss Geneva. But on the inside, I don't want to be there. But I don't let him know that.
Then what's the sense of going? So then what's the sister going?
I'm going
Because you're
fun
not.
with you, but that's
hold
not
on,
my first choice.
But you asked me. All right, we got to go, cuz listen.
You got
It's his
time.
birthday. Many men are really simple when it comes to those things. Though sometimes we have to draw them to something better at a different time. Now, I'm going to say this to that. If that was the case, then what you should have done was that, hey, baby, listen, I already planned a place that I want to take you on your birthday, okay? So don't plan anything. And guess what? As long as I am with you, I'm fine.
Okay.
I am fine. And you know, with me, it's real, and she's right. It's real simple for me.
I know
Hey,
it is.
as long as I'm with my family, I'm good. I don't have to be running with Tom, Dick, and Harry. I'm good. Yeah, not what you call being a couch potato. I'm not a couch potato. I love being at home with my family. That's it.
Sometimes.
Oh, he's saying, oh, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. You know what? I do apologize.
Hear the ringing. Sorry.
No, what happened is that crazy phone and went on the blink. All right. Cause I'm gonna get these. I tell you what, you all. Let me see how I can do this here. Because something wrong with the phone. That's why you can't get in. Something is wrong with that phone. So let me disconnect this phone. And because I don't want to deny these phone calls, people that are calling in. I don't want to deny them. So I'm gonna do this, disconnect that, and I'm gonna, sweetie, how about type in another this other phone number for me, please? All right, let me see here. Yeah, put the number in now. Call that, the number for this phone here.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll be with you in a minute.
Where am I typing it? Right here?
It's right there, babe.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. What am I doing here?
And then what do I click?
Oh, you got to put call in. Put call in. Do it professionally now.
What?
Do it professionally.
Okay. Well, where's the backspace?
Backspace is right there. Yeah. We do it. Yeah.
Oh, this right here? That's what I was supposed to write?
Sweetie, put it right there. Do I need to do it? Now, come on now.
Yes.
You that lost?
This is your stuff.
Okay, sweetie. All right. Let's go ahead. We coming, everybody. We coming. Let me see here. Come on, where you at? Do that there.
Okay, so I will go to Key West, okay?
No, just to call in. Yeah, that's it.
With a smile.
Okay.
I got to put to a father's note.
Okay, call into this number if you want to call in.
Okay.
Call into this number here, and we'll get you on the show. I apologize for that with you all. I didn't even realize that because we had I just got a message that some people were trying to call in. I think so. Come on, go ahead and call in right now. But yeah, but but I don't even want to go to Key West now. That's all right.
Oh, now you don't want to go.
No, I'd rather go.
Yeah,
I go to let's go to Fort Myers or Fort Lauderdale or Hollywood somewhere. We can go there and be done with it. Yeah, you know what? We done got off subject here. Anyway.
No, it's still pertaining. It's still relevant.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, all right. What else we got here? Let's move on real quick because we don't spend time over now. All right.
What about this one? Okay. Insecure men are afraid of independent women.
Okay. Yeah. Because what do I have to say to insecure men being afraid of independent women? Mm-hmm. It's his confidence level. He lacks confidence.
And that's also from Mrs. Menard, Erica.
Yeah.
Well, I say because they don't have their act together and they feel like the woman is.
Yeah. Hey, okay, if you want to call in, this is a new number just for right now, okay? 786-488-7315, okay? Call in.
What about this one? It says a lot of men cheat because of their high sex drive, one of their issues.
But you still should have some dignity about yourself, bro.
Okay, but so if they got a high sex drive, why are they not taking it up with their wife?
But maybe, okay, going back to something you said earlier, maybe the wife is not doing it like he wants it done.
Well, he got to extend some grace. Maybe she has hormonal issues. Going back, we got to communicate. Or maybe he been dipping and dabbing and stuff. He ain't got no business.
Okay, call in again. I missed your call. Sorry about that. Call in again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, try to ask me to answer something that it's going back to its nature. Some men are dogs. Some men are dogs. Let's get some of these comments. Threatened by a woman who is complete and confident. Yeah, I think it's something what is going back to what Brother Ken has said a couple of times. It's the fact that a man likes something.
That's in them.
It's something that's in them that likes them. Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Yes. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, I am a single woman.
Mhm.
And this dating as a Christian, mature single woman. Already we're dealing with a very minute number of qualified applicants. Not necessarily because of, I would say, vain requirements, but because you want a man of character, you want a man that loves the Lord, you want a man, that is really a man of God in the sense that he really loves the Lord and he wants to live right. But the pool of those men are very, very small, because what you have are a lot of men that are self-serving and that they don't mind dating you, but they don't want to wait. So they, like I said before, they want their stuff up front. And then they use these very vexing statements that frustrates the living life out of you, because they say stupid things like, well, God created us with this drive. God created men like this. God knows that we have needs, so he understands if we do it before marriage. And that stuff is obviously very, very compromising in your faith and your belief. So when you tell them up front, listen, you ain't getting it, they're no longer interested, which makes you believe that that was all they wanted in the first place. So as a married, mature couple like yourselves, how do you suggest we deal with that kind of stuff as women who really want, men of God or godly men? I won't say a man of God. I'll just say godly men. That's it.
Thank you for your call. Thank you for your call. You want to tackle that?
Well, like I said, I understand where she's coming from because I dealt with the same thing. And in the words of Talisha, clip.
But I think that the
He's not
reason
the
is
one.
begin again. Okay, now I think the issue is because it's not being discussed in the church. Even if you have a men's ministry, what is the basis of that men's ministry consist of? Is it just going fishing, going bowling, shooting pool or whatever, just hanging out? Or are you really tackling a lot of the issues that, because one thing about men don't care too much now to really show their weakness, to reveal their weakness, to express what they're really going through. They really don't like to do that, but they will now if they are in an environment that they feel safe, or if they're in a safe environment, they wouldn't mind open up. Or like something that Brother Ken has shared on another show, that you have to befriend them. They have to know that first of all, you got to walk with some integrity yourself.
Build trust.
Right. And then you have to build trust, and then they get them to open up. Now, some of them may flaunt on it, but still, it's still the same thing. You got to be very transparent about it. So I think that in answering her question, if first of all, and I'm not getting away from her question as far as what do women do in their situations, because of the pool of men is so minute. But I think that in order to to make that pool grow bigger, men of great character need to really invest in other men. Invest in the younger men. Don't be selfish. Well, I got my act together and what have you. You want to be so private. No, if you have something to share, no matter, listen, I know what I've been through and I'm not ashamed of my past because it was my past that really prepared me for who I am today. Okay. And because of that, I know the struggles of being a man, especially a young man or a man coming into his own. I don't want to see other men go through that. And I understand the importance of it, that you got to have the relationship. But I think, though, that it does start in the church. But now, you know what comes to mind, caller? Just stick to your guns.
That's it.
Just stick to your guns.
Just keep it moving.
And believe.
That lets you know he's not the one.
And you know something?
So don't waste time.
Right. But I believe, though, it's a possibility. I know for a fact that there are some men out there that are looking for some serious women. Okay. But I would say to you, though, again, the Bible says if a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. So one of the things I would say to you, just continue to keep yourself and continue to establish that relationship with God. And he knows exactly what you're looking for, what you need. And when the time comes, God will send Mr. Right your way. One of the things that come to my mind, though, also, I think the best thing for you to do, though, is that you always stay within the village. Sometimes it's not good to look for a relationship outside of the village.
Correct. Because
your culture may be different.
That would be an issue.
So if you a Christian brother, that's I know this might sound crazy, but anyway, you might say, well, there ain't a lot of men in my church, and all the men that are there, they already taken up. Yeah, but you know what? That doesn't mean that God can't send a man in, and then raise them up, whatever. I don't want to make this all highly spiritual or whatever, but you know, to the answer to the question, I think that is very important, that you have to really just stick to your guns. And a lot of times, even if the fake and phony and whatever come your way, at least the counterfeit, that's the word I was looking for. You know, the counterfeit come your way. At least he would know that he can't cash you. He can't, you know, he can't deposit in you.
Yes.
If I could say it that way, he can't make a deposit in you. Okay, so we got one more coming. We got to get off of here. The churches have been not teaching about dating, only marriage, and not even dealing with the real life marital issues. And that's true.
That's true. But you got to date before you get married. I mean, how do you know if you're compatible if you don't date, if you don't spend time or quality time with the individual? That's true. Okay, but let's talk about how dating then. You know what? Let's do this here. It won't be next Sunday because but let's just hash out some stuff. Let's see if we can give the audience some dating tips. Okay. What do you think? We can look into that.
But I think the culture, though, today has really affected dating. What we see on television.
Yes, social media.
You know, let me tell you something, though, too. I'm going to say this here. Then we're going to get out of here. What men see on Instagram of women.
Come, bring it.
Women be half naked on Instagram.
Yeah.
So when they see this, they get this arousal, and then they could easily have a pretense to think that all women are like that. I think you should be, listen, women, dress modest.
But it goes back to you were saying earlier, how you carry yourself.
You shouldn't have if you know you busty, why you got all your cleavage out? Now I'm old school. I'm old school. I don't care. Y'all can go ahead and sign off and whatever. But you already advertising.
Right.
You know every man out there, if you single and the man is single, you know every man out there, they window shopping. And they're going to buy, or they're going to attempt to buy, the most appealing merchandise
Yes, yes.
in the window.
Correct.
So if you are revealing more, if you always wearing hip hugging garments, and you know you have an extra or triple X rear end, you advertise. Okay, look sexy, sweetie. Listen, look sexy, but there's a time for looking sexy. I think you should look modest, because that's what the Bible says.
How about, ladies, we go back and take a look at some of the black and white movies.
Yeah.
Those women were covered.
Yep.
But they were still sexy.
Still sexy.
They were still beautiful, gorgeous, all of that.
So why do you, go ahead, sweetie. I apologize for cutting you off.
Something to the imagination.
Nothing, but they don't no more.
They don't.
They don't no more.
Mm-hmm.
So now again, we got women selling themselves short.
Right.
There is nothing else. You're already advertising it.
They have it on display.
You're wearing thongs. Come on, let's be real.
When the men respond to what you put out there, then you want to get mad. You want to get an attitude, but you put it out there.
I was at Walgreens one Sunday morning. Two young ladies in there. Butt out. I'm going to say it. They was dressed up some masquerade stuff, but they showing their buttocks with a thong, and then they with a guy. And I don't know what his relationship was to them, but I'm sitting there fired up because, okay, all right, babe, I'll calm it down. Yeah. But I am upset because I'm like, wait a minute. How, if they in a relationship, I don't know what your relationship, but how are you advertising them like this in the public? What is so attractive about this? Are we still talking about dating? I don't know.
We are.
Woo, listen to this. Mr. Geneva Jackson says, wait a minute. No, this one here. I told my daughters, if it's not for sale, take the sign down.
Yes, ma'am. That's a mic drop. Mm-hmm.
Sexy is your husband.
Sexy
is for your husband in private. Elegance is for your husband and everyone else in public.
Come on.
Yes. That gets an applause.
Yes.
And a mic drop.
Come on.
Mr. Gibbons said that classy is always the sexiest thing to me.
That's it.
So then I guess we should not be dressing to look sexy, as Ms. Jones said.
Dress classy.
Dress classy.
Mm-hmm. I always taught my daughters what I said, Talisha. Classy, never trashy.
We got to go. We got to go. Hey, I hope you all enjoyed this. If y'all enjoyed this, how about put it in the comment, let us know, give us some hand claps or what applause. Hey, if on YouTube, hey, like, share, subscribe to our channel there. We're going to be back with the SIF.
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. Miss Hackett said we should have a dating game show.
Okay.
Wow. Hey, this is a father's note. And this is a show that has been established to promote fatherhood through building men.
But listen,
yes,
it is a father's note. This is something that our daughters shied away from when they were in the dating game. Not the oldest, but the others. And I think not Talisha.
Nah, Talisha did.
When they went on a date, they did not want their date to meet this guy. Why? Because they said he ran those jokers off. But you know why he ran them off? Because they were jokers.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
He didn't want his daughters to get caught up with the wrong type of guy. So don't hide them from, if you got a father figure, brother, don't hide them.
Yeah.
Let them meet them, because guess what? They can weed out the bad ones.
Absolutely.
You don't have to go get weed and feed. He is the weed and feed, okay?
Absolutely. I used to tell them, hey, listen, if they can't come to that door and get you from my door, tell them to go on down the road.
Don't be blowing the horn.
No.
Meet me outside.
No. You can't come pick up my door and you blowing the horn. That ain't happening. No, Joker. Because guess who you're gonna be going on a date with? It's gonna be yours truly. And I won't be wearing lipstick either.
Period. And no skirt. This all man right here, okay?
Hey, let me tell you something. I know some of my daughters, they wrestle with that thing. But I knew what I was talking about.
Exactly.
I know a slickster when I see one. Let me rephrase that. I know a true man when I see one.
Yes.
See, a real man is not afraid to front another man.
Come on.
Step to another man, especially a man who is in authority.
Yes.
He is going to be very confident about himself. You don't have to be afraid. If you want my daughter, come get her from me, bro.
Right.
That's just how I feel about it. Okay, we got to go.
Right, Deacon Jones?
Oh, man. Hey, listen, I look, I'm going to do this real quick. Okay. Check out my mother's book, Diary of a Virtuous Wife, How to Live with Infidelity and When Doing It God's Way. That's a great book. Also, we have Miss Dumerville. Just Between Us Girls. Great book. If you're interested in any of these books, just DM us. Also, check out Mr. Good Guy by John Marcelin. This is a good book as well, even though he is sharing his story about his life and his experiences. But the backside of his book is a whole nother story, whereas he shared his experience after marrying a Christian woman who took him to hell and back. I'm going to phrase it just like that. Okay, listen, also my brother Aaron Gibbons, he called in tonight. Check him out on Real Talk Podcast. If you want to hear some more of what he's doing, he comes on every Thursday night at 7 p.m. And then we also have Let's Talk Marriage with Elias and Taisha Carville. They comes on at 8 p.m. They probably on now. I don't know. But anyway, check them out. Facebook Live. Good show. And look, Christmas is coming up. We still have shirts. The fathers are essential and not toxic. We do have these shirts on. If you're interested in it, just DM us and we'll definitely get you a shirt. They will make very nice gifts.
Stocking stuffers.
Stocking stuffers. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Very, very, we appreciate you helping that. Hey, look, everybody, we love you. We appreciate you. Hey, tune in next week. We're going to definitely talk about politics and principles. All right. We're going to definitely talk about that. Without any further ado, we good, babe?
We good.
We out. God.